Hey, uh, take a look at this moment from a worldwide Dragon Driftway race that I recently found myself in. And sure, at first glance, it may seem relatively uninteresting. Wario, that's me, is in second place, having just used a mushroom to take the grass cut at the end of the lap, with one mushroom still remaining. And, well, it is lap 3, so I guess that adds some intrigue to the situation. Oh, and first place is tailing a green shell, see that? So I guess that spices things up a bit more. Still, though, it may be hard to envision anything too noteworthy happening at the end of this race. But, to me, this moment is fascinating. It can spark an entire philosophical debate, both in life and in Mario Kart. But of course, you know me, I'm more interested in all this in the context of Mario Kart. So with that in mind, I ask you, out there in the audience, is it better to be safe than sorry? Or is it true when they say you should risk it for the biscuit? I mean, after all, no risk, no reward. But then again, sometimes you have to cut your losses. Right? Well, anyways, you might not even know what I'm talking about right now, so let me catch you up. You see, it all started on lap 1. So, the first thing to note is that there are only 10 players in the room, and I'm starting in 6th place. I collect my startup boost and proceed. I pass up the first 3 coins, assuming one of the 3 players ahead of me will take them, but it looks like I could have gotten them. Oh well. I don't get an item either, so now I am definitely thinking Nisk. If I fail it, I could always resort to bagging. Why not? And if I succeed, then I can just go to the next item set as quickly as possible while being in good positioning, and things will be good. As it turns out though, I just barely fail the Nisk. Looking at the tape, I do have an explanation in retrospect. You can see that I go out pretty wide at the start, and I did that as sort of a cheat to give myself extra time to build up the Ultra Mini Turbo, but it allows for this Waluigi on a Biddy Buggy to catch up to me and bump me, which throws off my lines. Now ideally, after my 2 hops, I wanted to be moving down the left edge of the map, roughly in a line tangent to this curve here. This would set me up at a good angle to start a right drift, build up my mini turbo, and clear the gap. Instead, I'm thrown well inside the left edge, and I am moving in a line that is inside the tangent line I wanted to be on when I started my right drift. So, as a result, my jump isn't quite able to clear the gap, and Lakitu has to come and save me. But this is okay though. Now I just have to shift into bagging mode. I start to focus on coins and items. After collecting several coins, I bag at the set and eventually pull a bullet and boost ahead. As soon as it drops me off, I use my boo item. I collect a couple more coins, steal a golden, and start using it. But unfortunately, I bump a wall while goldening, which made me have to slow down and regroup. But I do manage to grab a couple more coins, and since nobody else is around, I'm kind of by myself here, I get an uncontested double item. Now I'm getting ready to attempt the Nisk again. It's going pretty well, but I pull a bullet, and as soon as I see that, I'm smiling. Now the Nisk is free. If I just make even a half-hearted attempt and use the bullet a bit past midway through the gap cut, it'll carry me over and away. Look, I didn't even get the last mini turbo, but with the bullet it isn't needed. It surges me ahead all the way to 7th. I use my star for the ending grass cut, and I start mentally preparing for the gap cut. This time, there won't be a bullet bill to bail me out, at least almost certainly not. However, things get ugly right away. Soon after my star expires, I see a green shell being tailed by a fellow Wario nearby. I pump the brakes to give myself some space, but the Wario takes an extra wide line. So now I'm worried that I'm going to get green shelled. I check my rear view and see the snipe coming, and here's the throw, but it's a miss. However, me being the fool that I am, I panic, and I drift into the wall, despite the fact that I was safe from the misfired green. I am able to recover, and still, I'm set on trying the Nisk. Nothing about this setup for it is ideal, but I feel as though I need to make a play for first, so I need this. I brake slightly on the turn, which gives me an extra moment to get the Ultra Mini Turbo. The lines aren't perfect, but I make it. Ooh, no time to celebrate though, now it's business. I back the green and pull doubles with a chompy plant first, but 3 mushies behind it. Okay, this might work. I get a bit lucky when a red shell skips me, and I spam the plant as fast as I can. Sadly though, I cannot get another item. But I do get all 3 tricks, and I can see first and second. So here we go. I use a mushroom to catch up a bit, then another through this ending grass cut. And, oh, wait, here we are. This is where we started the video. Now, you probably get the gist of what I was saying earlier, because as you saw, there's a Waluigi going wide to my left, right in third. Just up ahead, there's first place, tailing a green shell. My mushroom's going to carry me out through the end of the grass cut and spit me out right by the link in first with the green. Yeah, like that. And now we get back to my original question. Do you go for the win and risk it all? Or do you just play it safe and hope for the best, but accept you're probably not going to win? And what I mean in this case more specifically is, do I try to put a move on this Link, knowing I have a mushroom to help me do so, in the hopes that I get by Link and avoid his green? For example, I could use the mush and cut hard to the left to avoid the green, knowing I'll still pass Link barely because of my enhanced speed. Or maybe I brake a bit, then try to boost ahead to pass right at the finish line. I mean, after all, I've risked so much to this point. I mean, and I've had some breaks go my way too, don't get me wrong, just to give me this chance. I mean, whether we're talking about the lucky bullet bill that I pulled on lap 2 to make the Nisk easy, or the great lap 3 Nisk I did after salvaging a bad setup, or even that red shell late in the race that just went past me. A lot had to happen to have this opportunity to win. And I'm a risk taker. I play to win when I can. But not here. I hold the mushroom and just continue on my line, hoping the Link doesn't get me. But he does. Actually, he veers right at me with a nice aggressive play to take me out. Now after the hit, I do use my last mushroom to stay ahead of the Waluigi that went wide earlier, and I do secure second place safely. Looking back at this one, I don't know if I did the right thing or not. I mean, in real time, it all happened so fast, and I was so worried of getting hit right after using my last mushroom if I had decided to go that way, that the risk wasn't worth the reward. I mean, if I did get hit just after using my mushroom while trying to make a move, I'm certainly going to get third at least, probably, or worse. I mean, what if I get comboed? Say a red shell comes just before I can cross the finish line and hits me, and suddenly I find myself in something like 6th. I mean, I still think it was a good time to play it safe, but I don't know. Maybe I'm scarred by too many Mario Kartings. So, what do you think I should have done at the end of the race? I mean, was it smart for me to just accept a likely second? Or should I, maybe have went all out for the win? What's your philosophy in this situation when it comes to MK8DX? Let me know. I mean, in the end, there's one thing I know. And it is something I've said many times when it comes to Mario Kart. Especially in the game. I'll get you next time. With that, take care and bye-bye. Hey, it's Muggz, and I just want to take this moment to give a special shout out to my members out there who are so big and proud, and you really help to keep this channel going. So, thank you to UDUC and J Blaze. You're amazing. Anyways, again, take care and bye-bye.